Technically, you just need... You're the only one who needs to be a cage block. Oops, whoa, I'm starting in the wrong spot. Starting is supposed to happen here. And you are supposed to be... You. I have this one too high. I have this correct. I want to say it was right here. Oh. It fell through. Derp. How about we just test it by having it be that? Okay, it fell in the hole, so that's good. Means if I have this actually be empty and then have a I have a question, Caitlin. Is there any way to make a switch that is triggerable not by me but by items? I mean, I guess I could have it be inside of a cage block or something, because I noticed that I can make the switch invisible, but I want it to, let's see, switch mode maybe? Switch mode on, off, because I know I can make it hidden. But then people could just touch it. Which is something I don't want. Okay, so that definitely triggered it. Did that blow before it went down the hole? Oh, was that slowed down by the fireballs? No, it made it down, I think. I mean, I can always trigger it with other techniques, but I was just curious if that's the way it was currently. Let's actually back this up by 1. Now that will fall through the world, I believe. Let's verify that. Okay, that will just fall. Which offers me nothing. Well, there's one way to make it difficult to cross. Why isn't this on? Oh. I think the labeling of this might be backwards. Or do I have it the wrong way? That may have been what I had. I had it the wrong way. No? Back to editor. Edit. Switch mode off. Okay. This is gonna be terrible. I like that a lot. Did you see what I did? Am I evil? So I wanna actually move this forward potentially because I wanna force people to be in this short jumpy area. So I may extend this out slightly, which allows me to put that maybe there. And we'll actually leave it off until we have it all sorted. I believe that will hit. Okay, I'll need to ignite one beside it, which will be fine. That ended up worse. I'm happy with that. I'm actually really happy with that. And this time I need to actually watch and not get hit by the... Okay, so that's what's going to turn this on. No, you already do have to dodge 2 Reaper fireballs, but you're right. I could, if I raise it up one more, it would be a little more interesting, I think. Okay, is this fireball exploding enough to hit there? The speedrunner says remove the switch. Gosh. I'm tempted now that yeah, I'm gonna put another explodey block down here. I may even make it a full stack. I should focus on what I'm doing and not just being a derp. Oh, it didn't. They blew up and didn't hit there. So if I cap this, I believe that will prevent it from going up any higher. Pork chop sandwiches! No! No. I will, let's see. Give me a second here. I'll put up my BRB screen. You know where that directory is. And right now. That's the crash. If Debbie Bits wanted to happen. on it. I'll just leave that directory open. An update. Wait, it says there's an update available. Is there a patch update already? I'm just gonna, sure, download the update. Alright, let's switch back. We should have visuals. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if I saved that recently. Jumpy. Okay, this is before the raise up. Helps if I don't screw up. And that should cover that. Let's actually save it this time. Crashed again. Looks like the same stuff. So, do you want me to send it anyway? Alright, the directory's right there. It looks like the same thing, the whatever there. Just close it? Okay. I'm starting to dig this level and it doesn't want to live. Oh, do I have to pop back and pop back? It'll refine the process. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so lightning plus barrel, bad idea. But I will... Oh, come on. I just closed it because I'm weird. Edit. Well, I may be able to minimize that with a, Can this shoot through... Oh, it pushes... It's trying to push the lightning conductor. Okay. So, barrel explosions are how far wide? They're 3 blocks wide, so I'd have to have the lightning block be 3 blocks closer? Having the switch up higher? Just put a wall between the conductor and the switch. Okay. That we can do. That's easy. We'll just make it a little worse for the player. It's V, C... And I believe that these can be shot through. So this shouldn't affect the thing any. And it gives you less room, which kind of makes me happy inside. You don't need to use a switch if you don't want to. Okay, so that'll be the first obstacle, and I like that as an obstacle. You like that too, don't you? So what is obstacle 2? What does this get you to? Oh, hi, kitty. You just pulled him in here upside down. That's not. He's like, my feet must find the bottom. He's got his antenna, his murder antennas out. Hmm. I wonder... This is the red square thing. The block catcher. Can a block catcher catch explodey blocks? If so, and what happens when that happens? Does it stay that way forever? Oh, that actually may work better because it looks cooler. I think I'm gonna move this back to where it was and then just use because then it has the ability to jump in between there. Let's save first. And then I don't need this. Alright, this can be open, this can be this, and then you, I'm just gonna copy you, VZ. And then you instead are going to be here. Can these be switches? Let's double check. Block catchers can't be switches, can they? Have a switch right on top of it that's hit once? Yeah, that'll work, that'll work fine. So we just need to Z, not Z, I just Z'd that, oh well. We'll have the block catcher here, and on top of it we will have we can actually have to make the switch invisible if we really want to. A switch, and this switch is going to be a standard floor switch with, is it X? Yes, I want to, what? Don't steal my stuff. You just want it to freeze in the... Okay, that is actually cooler. Alright, alright, alright. That is cooler, I agree. Okay, so I want this to be a very narrow thing once you're past it, so probably these need to come through it. Because I want it to be, you know, you go up and over, and then, nah, that's actually not gonna work. We can do that after the second one. Plus, that means that I can block this off like this if I really wanted to. Caitlin's like, I didn't know that would happen. That's badass. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ortho's the best. She figured it out. Okay. Okay. What's the second challenge that you need to go against a gauntlet of fireballs for? Require a boost jump. I'm fine with things needing a boost jump, just not like the only thing it needs. Like. Well, we haven't gotten this guy to fire at all, so something that he can trigger would be useful. So now that he's triggerable, let's have... Not that. I wanted something... He can fire at this, and then something's going to happen. What's going to happen next? This will need to be on top of something. Now, if they explode next to ice blocks... Can a wheel hit an ice block and push the ice block? I can test this really easy just by putting an ice block there. And not dying. Yes, it will! So that actually will work really well, I think. If we have this here, and then an ice block here. I may need to back this up so that it doesn't do this, but if this falls in a way that allows us to jump up high enough, that we wouldn't be able to get to otherwise. So how do I make it so that it's something that we wouldn't be able to get to otherwise? No, that's not gonna work. I may need to raise this guy up, which I'm fine with. Though I'd love to see an EG2 level that tells a branching narrative using switches and rapers. Well, you do already have the text system that allows the goats to talk. That, and you have the exclamation points with the press this button thing. So my thought is to have a 5 high jump that you can make, but you can either trigger him to get him to shoot it over, or you can just make the jump if you're awesome. Unlike me, who's not awesome. Because I am terrible at those 5 jumps. So it needs to be something that... If I move this over 1, by that I mean if I take this away, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd be able to jump on top of this, and then continue. And you'd have to do it under fire. I'm actually beginning to think this is a good idea. Okay, you want to take it over? Henry, no! You just want to stand there and fire Henry, you can. Yeah, you got the timing down. Well, no, I'm gonna block that off somehow. And good, it didn't blow up. That's what you wanted to check, to see if it would blow up the thing. Which I was suspecting it wouldn't. But I was thinking here we'd have some kind of blockage. Doesn't really matter what, probably awesome tree trunk, but for now, that. And that means you need to wait. Note to self, don't be a derp. And not get squished. This is possible. I know it is. I'm actually liking this one a lot. Derp. Don't dash. You know, I'm kind of that opinion that if I'm doing it, it's probably too easy. Oh, and you don't have much time. Actually, that'll work too. Even if it gets destroyed, you can still get up there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so that's challenge 2. So what is challenge 3? It's not a required boost jump. It's a faster boost jump. I'm kind of wanting to be evil. Nah. Not really. Okay. Actually, I can make this part usable now, too. If I did the following. Boop, 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 boop. That means now I can open up a gap here. That something can happen. I don't know what. Maybe some kind of Henry timing, like there's a switch here, you toss Henry that way, and then you have to make something else. So, we'll put that on the sidewall, actually. X left, and this is not going to be the same switch. It needs to be a different one. You'll be blue. Okay, so Henry will go that way. And we can actually make it, whoops. We can make it explicitly Henry-ish, like that. And then the timing of that needs to pair with something going this way. Because you're not going to be under fire, and it's going to allow you to get over here and be under fire again, which is where the final thing will be. Okay, so this will blow up. Let's have something like this. There needs to be something that's happening, like, oh, I know. I know what I'm forgetting about. I'm forgetting about the most awesome thing in the game. Where are they? And it's gonna need to be one of these kinds of switches, isn't it? I kind of want to drop that down one, so you have more room to jump over them. And you're gonna need to be blue. I might drop it down just one, because it's gonna block that. I can drop it down this many. I think it's... I like that amount of height to jump. And we want you to be blue. Then we want to save it before we do anything weird. Then we want to remove you. I have played Spelunky. Actually, I want to reverse this around, shouldn't I? Let's see, a push switch where you literally can't let the mouse hold it down. Yeah, is that too too evil? I don't think it does. I think it's more that you send the mouse that way, and I may make it so that there's an ice block or something so that he bounces back between two relatively small areas, and you have to make a jump. You toss it and you hit right here, and the ice block's like here and here, and we'll see. We want a left buzzsaw there and a right buzzsaw there. It's important, you know. And let's hit the start button. Oh, derp. I keep forgetting that I can get squished. So, there needs to be more saw. Oh wait, there's fireballs too. That's not too bad then. I think that with Henry bouncing back and forth, that's a pretty good dodge. So we'll put an ice block. Well, we want Henry to stand there for a while, because that would cause him to go up, slide down, and then back. But you don't want him to be on it consistently. How far do you think? Maybe here? Maybe there? We need to make sure that the ice wall doesn't get destroyed, though. informed that if it was on the if an ice block was here, Henry would just walk over top of it, which is fine. I think this just prevents him from walking all the way around all this crap. You think maybe something like this? Yeah, and we'll put a little green on top of it. No, we won't do that. It's not that kind of that direction. Let's put it this way. So we toss him in the hole. Is that too bad? Because he'll fall when he hits. Well, I mean, it's more of just a question of getting him in there. So I guess it doesn't really matter. So this should cause him to stick on the switch a little bit and then bounce around. Yeah. What if I do it like this? Does this feel better? Feels a lot harder to get. And it's okay if it's harder to get, but... You just said no? You don't like that? You do like that. Because then you have to like nail him in the corner like that, and that's a pain. This is ortho controlling, by the way. You got squished. I know, you never think about it. It's like, oh, I missed it, and then suddenly you're squished. Squitch. You get an extra protection from that guy. Oh, that works fine. Sweet. And then you just come over here and hit that switch when he's on there at the same time. Unfortunately, Nia, I think that actually gives you that gives him too much time on switch. So I may actually want to move it over here so there's a little more of a delay. And that's, you can still just drop him down in the corner like that, though. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Yeah. No, that'll make it take a little longer. No, it'll make it take less. No, because if he goes up, then he goes over, then he goes down, then he goes over. So that's the longest of that. I mean, I guess I could do that, and that would give you even more extra little bitty times. I think I'm okay with this now. Poor Henry. You saw what you see what I'm thinking, don't you? Oh, well, whoops, no, Reaper, please. We'll remove this guy, and we'll give him some feet. So that way you have to at least get that block to disappear with this. That way there's a more appropriate number of Reapers. And when you're jumping for this shit, you've got 2 fireballs to deal with. Which is pretty intense. I'm happy with that. That's a good level of tenseness. So that means that this needs to be that, and I don't think they'll go on there. We'll find out, though. No, they will go up there. Okay. So this can be a Henry Squitch like that. There we go. I know that'll stop the fire. Okay, let's think. What will stop that from doing that? Is there anything... Ice blocks can do that. If I put an ice block here, but that'll just turn them around the other way. I don't want that. I actually like the pattern that it's doing. I could just do this. And then have it be like so. And then I can take these guys away. Let's verify that those guys are still going through there appropriately, and they are. Since there's nothing here, I will probably replace these with that. And now we have the way will open here. How do I want this to open? It needs to be something that those guys can go through. So it's going to be another one of these things, right? And then there's a way to move that, maybe? I don't think there's a movable half wall. I see what you're talking about. So the Reaper's always at the same speed, so he's always facing this, so he has more fire opportunities. That may end up being easier because you'll have a more regular path to get through. Which means you can make things tighter, more of them. Haha. Okay, so once that switch is hit, how do I prevent this from being that, but still having that go around? We have our gear blocks, caged gear block and regular gear block. Well, if I had this, what am I gonna do there? Something that they can go through and I guess I could make it something like, no, okay, I want this. That way what I do can be somewhere like down here. Wait, that will affect the fireballs. So we can't have that like that. Need a way to open that without... Actually, if it dropped down, that would work. If it just dropped down on blue, color, blue. And then we had this somehow like that. When that dropped down, would I be able to fit down there? No, I wouldn't. But if this were up here now, then it won't get the fireball through. Any thoughts, Nia? How I solved my little problem here? I need to prevent... See, that will work for that, but if that goes down, I can't get through that gap. those are all weird things. And I can't block these paths because of the fireballs. I mean, I can block it after. I can block, you know, it can go down and block this afterwards, but I can't put anything down here to make it work. Let's see. If that hit down, would that not be enough space? Because that would put it like. That would put it like this. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We could toss a Henry down there, which could be a thing. I'm confused. What did you? Yeah, I have to. I could set this to a cage block, a hidden cage block, and then move this to the right. And this would have to be a. This is a not. This is a normal cage block, right? Yes, it is. Okay. So if I set you to be hidden, then I set you to be blue and to the right, that should open up. Okay. Night, Caitlin. So now when that's triggered, that should open up and unveil this. They fired close. Wait, do I have those colors right? Blue, blue, blue. Okay, yeah. Wait, no, those are the switches that you have to leave things on. But once it's triggered, it should be fine. I think. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Or if I need this kind of switch over there and... We can test it. I'll just test some blocks. I'll do that with a green block here. Let's test with this. So we have our, call this a cage cure block. Edit. You will be green, and we will have switch 1, switch 2. Actually, edit. Doesn't matter. Green. And I want what? V, Z, R. Okay. So, is there a way to make that stick? Let's look at the gearbox here. Maybe if it's fast, it'll stick. Oh. Ah, shit. Do you want me to set the test up again? Okay, just... Right there? What? Because I want it so that you have to hit the switches at the same time. are you doing? As you're saying, it pushes another switch down, or it pushes this. Okay, I think I see what you mean. I know how to do that. Okay. First of all, I'm not going to do it there. Let's test it first. It can't be red. Edit. Green. And let's block this off No, not with that though. That's not gonna help. Something like you will save me while I test this. I don't know what you're doing. And you wanted to push a block so that it pushes the switch, but I'm okay to do that. I just need to test to make sure it works. So let me do that. This is my computer. Get your own. Well, if it falls on the switch, it'll be fine. You moved the... Oh, it's because you're not actually on green, you're on maximum. And are these actually green? Yeah. No. Escape is not the button I ever want. I need to remember that myself. Yeah, but we're not going to have that much time on target. Unless maybe the block is set to fast. Let's edit this gear block. And set him to very fast. Okay, that's not a lot of time on target. I think that'll work. Now, what I'm very curious about is if I set this to green, is it any two switches or is it any active switch? No, I think you're right. I think you're right. So... I need to clear this. I got... fine, just... What are you... Yeah, you have to have both of them be hit, because there's a blue one there. So, now I have to put my blue switch back. Just, I got it, just... You've got your own machine. Okay, so that needs to be somewhere where it can be done without affecting much. Ooh. Oh, okay, so that needs to be somewhere where it won't affect anything. I just had a wicked idea. Oh, not background editor. Main editor. Save. Want a caged gear block going right. And it's gonna be blue. No, it'll be green. No, it'll have to be blue. So that guy will get squished. Is there a way to get this guy squished? Ooh. You are the greatest. Squitch, 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 blow up, and then you'll just have this one to deal with. But I may only want to have... We'll cross that road when we get there. If we have a switch here, though, and then we push this brick off, is that going to go through? We don't know. It will? Okay, so all we really need to do then is to have it be like, wait, no, I can't do that because then he'll wander away. I don't want him to. Oh. Wait, fine, what? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You can make it invisible too. Back to room editor, and then I can just push it out from the wall here with a squishy guy. Where is he? Caged gear block, and this should be blue. Edit caged gear block, and this should be blue. And I feel like you can be hidden if you need to be. So that's our, we don't need this to be a red switch though. We need this to be a green switch. And then this needs to be green. I'm actually going to change this so it's visible again. Don't do that, Self. Oh, I'm not even paying attention. Not sure if it's obvious, but I'm actually pretty sleepy right now. I didn't get him at the right time. That was really close to that block exploding on my face. I like that a lot. That's actually really nice. I am extremely happy with that. Okay, I just need to pretty this up now. I'm really happy with that. Like, super happy. Alright, let's see what the background options are here. We've got, we'll do the gear at the end. What are these? These are the, so we've got this here. What does this do for BG decoration? Let's go back to the thing there. Let's go back to the main room, because there's some decorations here as well. There are more woody bits? Ah, there are more woody bits. See, I would like to see the whole level shifted down one tile with an opening in the ceiling where you can get above the level and try to come down. As long as that holds a super jump, I think I can do that, actually. Let's, room resizer. Expand edge of room. Main editor. One, two, three, four, 5. So you can jump up 5 blocks. Oh, hello. I don't want a magic hat there. Something on the order of that. And there's saws down there, so it's pretty tough. And if I put it there, then it can be a backup strat. That's not too bad. So what exactly is this intended to be? Like dirt? Under dirt? Now, like, if I were making a secret level entrance, it would probably be requiring that booster. Actually, no, you could always get up there afterwards, though. Yeah. If I leave the top row entirely clear. Maybe. And then I think I can change the background so it's less starry and more, more solid black. Is there solid black? It's torches. I can coolly line it with all this tree stuff. Which actually is what I'll probably end up doing. And then we'll add some little guys in there. Boop. Boop. And let's go back to the main editor. Alright, so we've got some trunk stuff over here. Oh, you can normally jump out there after you, if you could, yeah. But that's, you kind of want it to be 2 super jumps in a row. Ah, you're so demanding. Well, I can move it over to the right more. Is that okay if that's your reward for doing the super jump? You get the chance to get out there? Because otherwise, I mean, I can move it over enough blocks that you won't be able to do that, but then you'll have to dedicate yourself to doing the super jump instead of trying for the, You know, I think that does sound pretty good. Because then the minimum time is going to be people who get 2 super jumps in a row. Yes. She just gave me these, like, evil hand rub together gestures. I don't like the way that is currently. Actually, don't even need that at all unless I can think of something else neat that goes there. Does that look better at all? Not really. Yeah, that breaks it up a little in my eyes. some more decorations around. Do I have any of these that are at the bottom? No, I don't. Happy with the types of grass? I think I might want to show some grass. Grass growing on top of a tree branch doesn't feel right. Okay, let's go to the background editor again. So we've got... What are these, actually? What do these look like? F2. Oh, those look pretty cool, actually. What do these look like? Is this like a torch lit one? Yeah. Let's actually line some of these up and see how they appear. Oops. Background editor. How does that look? F2. Ooh, that actually looks really nice. F2. Yeah, let's get all this done. Background editor. F2. Not Ermisizer, I want the background editor. So for these, we're gonna use U and U, I believe. Actually, maybe that makes a little more sense with how things are visible. background editor. Yeah. What about it? You don't like it? Oh, you're right. That would look weird. Show up, but I could put one of these has lights. I could put this fuzzy stuff all over the top. Not all over the top. How does that look? That looks pretty good. Save. Don't know if it'll wipe anything out if I move that up one. Oh good, it doesn't. It kind of stacks. It's nice. If I put this here, that looks really nice. Save. Some kind of. Let's try this thing right here. Does it have a top? Or is it intended to go all the way up? Yeah, that's turtles all the way down. It doesn't look like it has a cap to it. Wait, no, it does have a cap to it. It's you that's the cap. Only that's the correct cap for you. It's kind of cool, but that's a little too conspicuous being right there. I'm gonna move it like over one. So let's do that. Right here would be a good place. That looks pretty nice. Right here might be another good spot. for this one, though. My view of these kind of things is that you make the level functional first, then you spend all your time prettifying it. I assume most people have similar similar ideas when it comes to that kind of thing. Some of these are lit. Does this need any extra lighting? I don't think it does. Main room. Yeah, I don't think that'll be gettable now. One there. In fact, it'll be this one. Actually, you know what? We'll swap these guys around here. So this guy is actually going to be you, you, then you, then you, then you, and you are going to end up being... So that way, no matter what your eyes do, it either goes all the way up. Actually, maybe I could even do it like that. Yeah. Oops. And even some that just sort of pop out of the woodwork here. Maybe one. No, not one there. Just a couple of random glimpses. want to move this over one. Will this go on top? No, I'll go behind. Kind of like that, actually. Gives it a little more of a hidden feeling. Okay. I think maybe just one thing there will make it seem a little more stable, or should it be here? I think it should be there. And it should be this guy. There's no good side border to this tree stuff. Alright, that's been published. I have just noticed that it is 12:22, and I have stuff to do in the morning. So I am going to play an outro song. And I will probably try to play the level during the meantime. Oops. And drop the entire thing on the floor. Come here, controller. And anyone can take a look at it and get a speed record on it. It won't be me. It'll be Ortho. Yeah, your eyes aren't really drawn up to the stuff up top, which is good. I didn't hit the, there we go. Whew. Daily reminder that you can't drop a keyboard. I don't think that's entirely true. Oops. I scratched my head, thinking, oh, I'm safe for a little bit. A couple frames. I wasn't. I think this violates a lot of the level design guidelines for a scapegoat. I don't think there's any levels that immediately put you at risk. You always have seconds to decide, and this level immediately puts you at risk and whatnot. Oh crap, it didn't blow up. That could be a problem. I may need to edit this. But you can make it around with a super jump. Let me verify that. It's actually good if you're fast enough and you get the switch on the first cycle. Pay attention to what I'm doing. Derp. I already see some art things I want to fix. Now that more of the map is revealed. I'm at the end of the song and I still haven't beaten the level. New. I'm gonna keep trying, but I will see you all later. Hearts.